We're back, everyone, talking about the superfruits of the world. This is so interesting. Now we're going to talk about the queen of fruits. Richard, what a neat name.
Yes, the purple mangosteen, scientifically known as Garcinia mangostana, okay? This is a tropical plant from the same family as the St. John's wort plant. I always find it interesting, these little plant connections, you know, relatives in the plant kingdom. Now, this has only been available in North America, in the United States, since 2007, but it has an ancient traditional use and growth, cultivation in Indonesia, Southeast Asia. It's very tropical. The tree cannot sustain a freeze at all, so it's purely tropical plant, all right? It is a deep reddish purple fruit with a large exocarp or pericarp. The fruit itself, the pericarp, tastes like a peach kind of, okay? It kind of looks, it's called an inner aerial fruit. It kind of looks like a tangerine in size with lobes, but it's white in color, okay? And the pericarp or the rind is intensely deep purple. Yeah, you got the right jacket on again for this. This is perfect, perfect. The small fruit has only a 10-day peak for quality. See, noni grows all year long. It has peak production times, you know. But the mangosteen, 10 days of the year, that's it. You have to collect the whole harvest, 10-day period. So I'm sure the growers are frantic during that time, hoping for ideal conditions so they can get the harvest in. Now, the white fruit is sweet and slightly acidic and has an exquisite flavor. Hence, it was called the queen of fruits, okay? There are recordings of explorers who traveled by boat in sailing, sailboats, hundreds of thousands of miles just to taste this fruit. That's been recorded. You know, wealthy people with nothing to do, I guess, back in the old days of the explorers. But the fruit itself is of poor nutritional quality, okay? What makes mangosteen special is the pericarp. When you combine it with that sweet fruit, it compromises that sweet taste a little bit, but the nutritional value explodes, okay? So any mangosteen that is just purely fruit, well, you'll have a pleasant experience eating that fruit, but you won't get the intense nutritional boost unless you include a little of that pericarp rind. It's kind of like the orange. You know, you can't eat much of that zesty orange, but it has phenomenal properties to it. Okay. The rind is a complex mixture of phytochemicals, some of them unique to that plant. They've never found any other plant that has what mangosteen pericarp rind has in it. Unique to that. You know, that is very unusual. We really should pause for a moment and reflect on the uniqueness of that. And goji has some unique molecules never found in any other plant. Noni has unique molecules never found in any other plant. Probably so with acai, but I can't say that for sure because I haven't seen that study, and we check for all of this, okay? Let's see, powerful polyphenol antioxidants. Again, I go back to the grapeseed. Remember, grapeseed has those polyphenol OPCs, that purple. That's the classic sign of an OPC. Well, the pericarp is loaded. It is loaded with this stuff, so you have to put in some, or the nutritional quality of mangosteen juice, it's just average. I got to be honest about that because you want the nutrient content. You want that quality. Now, that pericarp also has these polyphenols. Xanthones is what they're called, unique to the mangosteen. Alpha-mangosteen, OPCs, that's all in there. And it also contains tannins. Tannins have a bitter, acrid taste. But tannins is what they use traditionally from the mangosteen pericarp or rind. I can use either term, we're saying the same thing. And they would use it culturally, putative use, by reputation for dysentery, powerful antibiotics. Now, have there been any studies on humans for dysentery with this? No, that's the cultural use, okay? Now, let's go a little bit into the modern scientific investigation into mangosteen. It's just begun, but to date, we have antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties, anti-allergic properties, anti-tumor, antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. And most all of that comes from the pericarp, not the fruit. We add the fruit so it tastes good. Let's be honest about this. The pericarp is where the medicines are, okay? Make sense? Journal of Agriculture Food Chemistry. Higher antioxidant potential than grapeseed or pine bark. Contains catechins and epicatechins. So what that means is It could even be better than grapeseed extract for its OPCs, plus it has those secret polyphenols that green tea has. See, all that breast cancer protection, heart disease protection, Alzheimer's protection has been proven from tea, and it has the same molecules in mangosteen, so by association, we can assume it will do that too. And they're studying it to prove it, okay? Here's another alpha mangosteen, that's that xanthone polyphenol found only in mangosteen, reduced heart rate damage in experimental animal heart attack models. So what this means is, if it applies to humans, and it probably does, you maintain a higher level of antioxidants like these xanthones from mangosteen. If you should have a heart attack, you would be less likely to die, less disability, more likely, to survive this. Now, I'm supposing that, but that's what that would mean. And in the animals, we know it for sure, okay? And you do have to understand that we choose animals that most closely represent human physiology. The scientists go through all this to be sure. Okay, we have so much to do and I have so little time. What else here? Okay, here's a very important one for anyone with pancreatitis. Journal of Agricultural Food Chemistry, the OPCs found in mangosteen are remarkably powerful in calming pancreatitis. When you have pancreatitis, it oozes digestive enzymes into tissues, into your tissues, not into your food, into tissues. It digests you from the inside out. It's terrible. It's a painful disease, and it's very difficult to treat. Well, we know now that if you really saturate that patient with antioxidants, they get well faster, they have fewer recurrences of pancreatitis. Folks, if that's all mangosteen did, it would be on my list because I know, I've seen what pancreatitis can do to people. Ooh, it's bad. But we have a little more on mangosteen that you need to know about, and we'll cover that when we return.